Yep.
So we have some of the tutorials done. The launch Deephaven will give you the instructions and whatnot. Also in the README. We have, the first table, some how-to guides, not much there. References, we have a few of the table operations nearly complete. Sort, selection, view and update, filters. And then we have group and ag that's in review, and joins is in draft mode right now. You can see the group and ag gets kind of long, so that's why it's under its own bullet point. But when users click on them, they can get more information. We've developed a standard for kind of how we're doing the reference documentations. Down at the bottom, it links to the Python and Java docs that we'll have. And we're also doing more kind of informal how-tos and tutorials and whatnot. And speaking of documentation, we also made a template for kind of a request for documentation. I don't know if you guys saw the division of documentation that we're doing with the tutorial, how-to, reference versus conceptual. But hopefully all the documentation will fall into one of those 4 categories. So there's a template to use to submit what needs documented. And then if you notice anything needs an update, we also have a template for doing the update requests. So when you're in there doing documentations, try and use those templates so we can get the standards going.
Okay, so we'll see those if we're trying to create a new issue. Those are the issue templates then?
Those are the issue templates, yep.
Great.
And if you guys need a reference for which one to use, when you go into the README, you'll see a table like this to see why you would use a conceptual versus a tutorial. Any questions?
Cool. Nice work, super promising.
No, it looks pretty nice.
And I think the only comment I would say is that landing page that Amanda first showed, that is not done. I mean, it's something. It's like a placeholder, but I think Don would say, yeah, we're going to do better than that.
Can you get one of those like little GIFs of like a construction worker from the old like I don't know, not MySpace, Angel Fire days or whatever?
GeoCities.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Even older. Wow.
I think we need more cartoons in general. But.
One thing I noticed, just I mean, this is like more of a probably a Don thing, is we're missing some like word wrapping in some of those documentations, or like that horizontal scroll. Maybe we want to make sure that and like the menu to the right was sort of squishing into the text. One of the things that Pete clicked on. But that might just be a Don feedback, Chip. Or I don't know who actually.
Yeah, right now we're pushing hard on content.
Of course, yeah, no. I mean, this is not meant to be a negative.
Yeah, I think shortly we're gonna have to do just like a, probably.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, obviously, you want to make sure you've like reviewed all of them for that kind of thing, right? So.
Yeah, so end of the month, I think we're gonna just sit down with what we have and just carefully go through it and see what we missed.
Beautiful. Is there a way to, just thinking about this, like a random thought, is there a way to take, like, to sort of like, it's too much. It would be really nice if we had some way to say like this is what we've documented as in terms of like code snippets or whatever, right? And have a way to automatically run those and make sure that they, compile and run and produce the output that you've described if you described outputs, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, so Don,
turn them into unit tests basically for the documentation.
Yeah, Don and I have been talking about that. So these code blocks are within, sections of the markdown files. So we've thought about just writing some scripts to pull them out and then just try to execute them.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we're certainly thinking about it, but we're not quite there.
Okay, got it.
All right,
glad
good.
You're thinking about it.
Good stuff. Anything else that people want to talk about?